Salut à tous les amis, on est de retour sur Noire. On s'était arrêté ici, dans cette zone, et on a une enquête à résoudre. Ici. En plein voie ferrée. Donc let's go. Voyons voir.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
Okay.
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's going to be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Okay.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Okay.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's not even worth investigating.
Très bien. Bon. Voyons voir.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Okay.
Another missing ring.
Encore une bague.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Okay.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. Blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Très bien.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks for your help.
Okay. Allez, let's go.
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food. I get the point.
Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
KGPL 20 Central Unit. The citizen reports a man with a gun on Grand between 4th and 5th. Any Sentry unit identify.
Mac, you're gonna kill us! Hey!
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, Detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
Do you want to get dragged into this, McCaffrey? Do you want us to get interested in you?
She hung out with this powder puff, James Tiernan. They haunted the public library together.
How well do you know James Tiernan?
I know he works some kind of plebeian job at Rawlings Bowling Alley.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey. What did you make of McCaffrey?
There'll come a day, and it's coming very soon. We'll run him and the rest of his pinko buddies out of Los Angeles.
I meant as a suspect, Rusty.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. Well, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around. I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
Mhm.
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Okay.
She wasn't always such a loner. Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Comme par hasard.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
I got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her stay. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. To be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
She talked about McCaffrey.
Supposedly he fought in the International Brigade in Spain and in the miners' strikes back in Virginia.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Okay.
Car 11K, car 11K, come in. Car 11K, car 11 King, GDL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly, return to Central, go to...
11 King, enter out. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
During recent blizzards in eastern Colorado, coyotes became a scourge to maroon livestock and poultry. They were killers, some by hair. Hunters seek
Oh oh, pas bon signe. Impasse, impasse.
Just go easy, Phelps.
Captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Ok.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Oh, sister, I was so tight I couldn't walk.
I used to be indecisive.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, though. You're married. Yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
There you go.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. You'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Do I need to find someone to look after me?
I'm busy now. Can I ignore you some other time?
I'm no hood. I'm a crooner. Is that a crime?
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
T'es déjà au central du con.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
Does this mean I lose my license?
Okay.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What you got to do with?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Bouge de là, toi.
Lindley Place, 6th Street and Lindley Place. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
We can take it if you want, or not. Not the only cop in this town.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
This is business, Florence. You got a guy who works here by the name of Tiernan?
Sure we do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jams, works the gutters. Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back. He's a nice boy.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
On par là, non?
Tiernan! LAPD! There!
What are you waiting
parti.
for? Get
Let's go.
after it!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem
Il va
to
s'arrêter le con ou pas?
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Bon, allez, mange.
Clean this asshole off the road.
T'es foutu, lâche l'affaire.
That's unless he runs into a
Tu
wall.
continues à rouler avec des pneus. Les pneus crevés, je rêve.
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
Bon allez, je me suis là.
That's
Oui.
the end of that. About fucking time.
Show me your hands.
On va aller voir lui. Bouge. Wow. Appartement 6, hein, c'est ça.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
Alors, je me demande pas le nom des appartements. Là c'est 8. Là c'est 7. 6 c'est de l'autre côté. Voilà, c'est là.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Terrible shame. Means there's nobody to let us in. You want to do the honors, Phelps?
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
Optimistic, Cole.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
Ok. Il bouge.
It's a cop from the newspaper.
Ok.
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll
Do not
talk.
lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Arrête de courir, enfoiré.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
If you get him, give him one for me, detective.
Allez, cours, 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 cours.
Give it up, LAPD.
Allez, 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 allez. Allez, 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 allez. Tu vas le voir, tu vas le voir, tu vas le voir. Allez, boum. Voilà.
McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. I think that asshole Jameson.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the dog?
They have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
Une parole, je suis dans les rames de métro. Oh, mais j'arrive pile poil là. Voilà.
Help!
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan is in one, McCaffrey is in two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young Phelps.
Ok. On commence par qui? Le 2 ou le 1? Voilà, on va dans le 1 d'abord.
Why did you run?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Sounds like half an answer to me, Tiernan. Were you sleeping with her?
That's none of your business.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
Where's a phone? Sí, de verdad, yes.
You don't like McCaffrey, do you, Tiernan?
He's full of the common man routine, but he props up a bar like the rest of us. Evelyn thought he was going to be a great novelist. He had nothing but vitriol for her.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Don't dog around. Were you there?
You're lying, Tiernan. You'd been fighting with her. You fought, and...
I'm not lying! She got up and left, that was it!
Well, are there any leads? You not see why I hate this city? No, sorry. Do I need to fill this out? I ain't talking to you. You can't expect me to...
Qu'est-ce que je pourrais faire contre lui?
Can I see my cousin? Sure.
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. She would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, and McCaffrey was a hero. McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
You trying to shake me down?
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
We use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
You need me to sign some papers or something?
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We want to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
You not see why I hate this city?
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to 45. I want to stop him with one round.
Allez.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective.
Touché.
Let's see where this takes us.
You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
You'll have to do better than that, Grosvenor. We know about you and Evelyn.
Evelyn was a lush, and a boring one at that. You can't link her to me.
Je sais pas du tout là.
Seems there's a serious gulf between what you think you know and what you actually do, Detective.
Je sais pas du tout.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
You're gonna need to do better if you don't want to swing for this.
I was having a political meeting in my apartment.
Cheese and crackers for the 5th columnist.
Some of these people will corroborate your story.
I won't give up names of party members.
Good. It's your funeral.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
So you're telling me you were set up?
That's my conclusion.
It's either going to be you or Tiernan, Grosvenor.
Make it stick, Detective. The party has good lawyers.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
Are you going to release me now?
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thank you.
I'm no hood. I'm a crooner. Is that a crime?
Wait, tap. Say all's been in love and war.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw. It changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge. Beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore! She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have...
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her!
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in a prison graveyard.
J'avais mal répondu, c'est le casier judiciaire qui a tout révélé en fait. Ok.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Then we rally with the first, then try for the Nambus.
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and enfilade. Mate, we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant, get back off this fucking bridge. They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes.
I'm in charge here, Sergeant.
Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
We don't have time for this, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river.
My orders are to reconnoiter the...
I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
Well done, lads. You did well with the Summers case. But we have a problem. The examiner received a new letter today.
Do you mind if I take a look, Ray?
Go right ahead. They've both been rinsed in gasoline like the previous letters, so I can't lift a print.
Poor little twist. She was 13 if she was a day.
No one else but the killer knew about this message. To suffer woes which hope thinks infinite, to forgive wrongs darker than death or night.
Mousy court stripped off me at the grand jury. The case was thrown out.
Another snippet from the Shelley poem. If the note is from the Dahlia maniac, he definitely also killed Teresa Terrellson.
Mal and I agree.
But where does that leave us? If this is the Dahlia killer, and he is responsible for the Tarrelson murder, not to mention the Muller
Hang
case.
on a moment, Skipper.
Let me finish, Rusty. We have 5 birds in hand and none in the bush. The department will not survive a scandal if we have to let them all go without catching a fiend first. Your careers will be over for a start, gentlemen.
Looking in wonder.
Fuck it.
While yet the
I knew this
music
run was too
pealed
good to be
along,
true.
I hid myself within a fountain in the public square.
You like that stuff? What is it supposed to mean?
It's supposed to... Forget what it's supposed... What does he want?
Where are you going with this, Cole?
He's obviously taunting us. He believes he's far more intelligent than we are.
Okay, it's some kind of story, right? A guy that God hates, chains him up.
It's an allegory, Rusty.
A what? Story with 2 meanings. A symbolic meaning. But that's what he wants us to think.
Could he be using it literally? Within a fountain in a public square? Could it be that easy?
Can somebody tell me what the fuck is going on?
The fountain in Pershing Square. Come on, we have a clue. Captain, thanks, Red.
Be careful, Phelps. This is his game you're playing now.
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. They said all fair in love and war.
Do I need to fill this out?
Are you drunk?
Caesar,
Or you just cracked?
The thing was, he was a real nice guy. I felt lousy collaring him.
Where's the
Are you liquored up?
I'm afraid not.
Continue the response.
All those cases, Rusty. What have I been telling you all along?
You gotta get this guy.
I know. Enough women have died.
Yeah, and it's our asses on the line too, Phelps. You heard what the captain said. The department is not gonna take responsibility for all those bad convictions.
Success is a double-edged sword.
Let's just get this sick pervert and have it done with. Breathe, Phelps. Breathe, damn it!
Rather you than me, Phelps. You know the local hobos use that as a latrine.
There is a cave, all overgrown with trailing, odorous plants which curtain out the day. Where next? Elizabeth Short, Betty Short, Black Dahlia.
Elizabeth Short's social security card.
Jesus Christ.
That's not all. There's another stanza from Shelley.
Can you work it out? You got a city map? See if you can work out where he's taking us. I don't like this freak leading us around by the nose.
Will you look at this clown?
You don't pay. I'm going around there with a baseball bat.
Ouais. Alors, carte de sécurisation de l'appartement. Alors, une autre affaire exposée par le centre sur le procès dernier. Il envoie des messages humains pour le draguer. Comment on fait? Je ne me rappelle plus.
Him. It's really him, the fuck who killed the Dahlia. Can you believe this? He's leading us.
It's his game, Rusty. He may want someone to catch him, but he's extremely dangerous. I doubt if he will give up easily.
Suits me down to the fucking ground. We clip this fuck and we get citation. What a day to be a cop. Pencil pushing Parker won't be able to shove me aside after this.
Il faut que j'attende qu'ils décrivent le message. C'est pas moi de le faire. Là, je me trimballe. Je me promène le temps qu'il écrit le message lui-même. pour ça que je fais le tour. C'est quand tu le veux, hein, tu l'analyses, frère.
Whoa there! Slow and steady, come on!
Watch where you're driving, you maniac!
Maybe I drive better if you shut the hell up.
J'attends. C'est lui qui doit lire le message, c'est pas moi. Je peux rien faire. Pourquoi il veut pas le lire?
From its curved roof, the mountain's frozen tears hang down, raining forth doubtful light.
Doubtful is right.
A chandelier. The glass dome at the halls of justice. It's worth a shot, Rusty.
Allez.
Okay, Professor. One shot's all we
Là c'est bon.
got.
Là il vient de lire. Voilà, c'est pas trop tôt. Je suis rentré dans un truc, mais ça a coupé d'un coup, j'ai pas compris. Ah bon, c'est bon, je suis arrivé de toute façon.
Can I help you, sir?
Detectives, LAPD. This is very important, sir. How do we get to the top of the chandelier?
You what?
Have a little faith, pal. We're in a real hurry.
Head up to the top floor. There's an access panel and a ladder in the maintenance room.
You look at this clown.
Ah bon, c'est là. D'accord.
Let's go.
Merci.
I'm going out there, Rusty.
Better you than me. Be careful.
Doucement, 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 doucement. Voilà.
Deirdre Muller's missing watch. From the temple's high of man's ear and eye, roofed over sculptures of posy. Where have I seen that?
Jesus Christ, hold it off that goddamn thing.
Find a rope, Rusty!
There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it.
Swing! Come on, come on!
Voilà.
That was too close.
Yeah, well, the higher you climb, the further you fall.
Let's get out of here.
Another Dahlia clue?
No. A yellow gold wristwatch.
A Molder dame.
Yes. And a scrap of a poem.
Another location.
If I can work it out.
Alors.
He keeps mementos from all his victims.
This guy needs to be taken out of circulation.
He takes pleasure at stringing us along, demonstrating how much smarter he is.
You can enjoy it while it lasts. Got you now, genius. Coming for you.
On va attendre le troisième extrait. Wow. C'est qui le Easy? C'est moi ou lui là?
Cole!
Watch it, will you? And at the next junction, you shut your trap.
Il est long à déchiffrer, hein, il est long.
Cole, come on!
Je sais pas où est-ce que je dois aller alors.
Where next?
From the temple's
Ah, ça y est,
eye
enfin.
of man's ear and eye. It has to be the tower of the public library, doesn't it?
You say so. I'm pulling rank here, Cole. I'm not hauling myself up there. Let's go get the tiger.
Droit. Putain, il fait exprès le con. là. Tu vas me le prendre cette échelle? Ok. Ouf! Voilà. Voilà.
Sometimes a step backwards is a step in the right direction.
Doucement. Bon. Et maintenant. Il n'y a rien. Il est là.
Our Lady of Guadalupe, ripped from Antonia's necklace. Round which death laughed.
Ok, quatrième extrait. Ça va être long, hein, cette partie-là. Hein. Je crois qu'il y a 4 extraits au total, hein. Ou 5, je sais plus.
What is it this time?
The religious medal from the Maldonado case.
The Dahlia, Moeller, Maldonado. When this gets out,
We still have to find the guy, Rusty.
another poem. Well, you must have some idea, right? Come on, Phelps. We're on a roll here. Don't let me down.
Bon les amis, je pense qu'on va s'arrêter là. Hein. On va s'arrêter là pour cette partie, on déchiffrera le 4e extrait la prochaine fois. Parce que là on a bien avancé je trouve. On fera ça lors d'une prochaine vidéo. Parce que non ça va être encore un peu long. Hein. Bon les amis, j'espère que ça vous a plu. N'hésitez pas à partager la chaîne évidemment. Et on se retrouvera pour la suite de l'aventure d'une prochaine vidéo. Allez, à la prochaine. Ciao, bye.